Hey everyone, this is Neil Napier here, and I'm here on the call today with Stephen van der Paal as well as Alvin. Alvin won't be participating too much, but I wanted to bring them on the call as well so they could see the chat and they could see all the questions that are coming in. Stephen and Alvin, can you give a quick hello, please?
Hello, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today?
Hey guys, Alvin here. I hope you're having a great afternoon wherever you're watching this webinar from.
Excellent. So thanks to both of you. Just give us a quick yes if you can hear us all right, and another yes if you can see the screen as well. Should have done that before I started introducing others, but just give us a couple of yeses so we know that you can hear us all right, and if you can see the screen as well. So Annette, Stephen, Rob, Jordan. Hey Rob, good to have you on the call. Annette, of course, you as always. And we have a few more people. Let me just see who's on the session today. We have Amardeep, we have Antonio, Carlos, Constance, Daniel, Douglas, Enrique. That's a cool name, Enrique Lopez Garcia. We have Joy Cole, Camille, Les, Michael, No, Philip, Ralph, Rob, Rosa, Stephen, and a few more people still coming in. All right, excellent. Now, the agenda for today is quite straightforward. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the membership builder within InstaSuite. I'm going to do a full run through it. I'm not going to wait for any questions. Questions will come after. The reason I want to do that is so that we can then cut up this video later on and have this portion as a tutorial for those who want to learn about the membership platform. I'm also going to try and keep it to under 30 minutes. It might go a little bit longer, but like I said, if you have any questions, ask them at the end. Also, I might not be able to show you each and everything within the membership builder. I'll show as much as I can, but a lot of things you'll have to discover as you go in, and really you'll need most of them as and when needed. So don't worry about that if you miss something today, but the key idea today is that I'll show you where everything is, and after today you'll be able to create your membership site really quickly, because that's the goal with the membership builder. So let's get started. Step number one is going into the membership builder. InstaSuite membership sites are quite easy to create because you can follow simple steps on the left here, step 1, 2, 3, and you can lay out your membership sites as you want. The very first step when you come to creating any kind of membership site is doing all the settings. And this is a one-time thing, so you don't need to do it over and over again. So the first thing you need to do is give a title. Make it informative, make it something about your business, something that people would see and they will immediately associate it with what they bought, or your company, your brand. Slug is the URL where people will log in or where they'll be able to view all the training. This is important even if you're using domain forwarding, because this is something that people will be able to see. Now, personally, I would like to go back and change it, and I can very easily. As you can see, I can just type something here and replace this. But once you set up a slug, a lot of people bookmark that link. So if they then go to outsourcing link, for example, they wouldn't be able to access it anymore if I change it. So try and come up with a link once and then move forward with it. Then the base currency needs to be currency that you want to collect payments in. You know, just something that you might use in future. I use USD. If you're based in Europe, you can use euros. If you're based somewhere else and you have a different currency, you can use that as well. Ideally, a currency that is same as your PayPal or your Stripe account, but it doesn't need to be. Then on the membership dashboard display, you can choose to show either all active products or products that people have purchased. In fact, let me show you what this looks like. There we go. So when someone lands on this page, when they are a member, that is, they'll log in and they will get to this page. And on this page, I have chosen that we're going to show all active products. So products that are selling at the moment. So these are all the active products in here. Then you can also choose to show purchase products only. So you've got two options. You can show people the products that they have purchased, or you can show them all the products that you're currently selling. If you show them all the products that you're currently selling, you might pick up some extra sales in the process, because what will happen is that instead of seeing access product, they will see purchase product option, and they'll be able to go in to the sales page when they click on it, and they'll be able to purchase the product as well. If you wish to put some footer text at the bottom of your membership, you can do that as well in this case. If you don't do anything, we'll just default to the site name, which is associated with this site itself. So it's KV Social. So this one is copyrighted KV Social, and the year, the current year. Then you have the registration and checkout settings. Remember, when you're selling any kind of membership products, there will be a few ways in which you can sell that product. You can give it away for free, so people just come in and opt in. You can create account access manually. You can also hook it up with different payment platforms, which I'll show you later, or even just PayPal and Stripe. And that way you can create accounts automatically as well. So this is something that we first have in place. So when someone tries to sign up for free, we want to make sure that it's a real email address. So we've set this up as yes. So when this setting is enabled, free members must confirm their email address before they log in. Simple enough. Minimum password length. You can choose that. Whenever accounts are created automatically, we generate a password based on this length that you determine. And then you can also choose to enable strong password. So when someone's trying to create their own password, ideally you want their account to be secure. So you can enable a strong password. If you don't enable that, then we simply let them enter whatever they want. So I could enter Neil1234 as a password, and that's okay, even though that password is really bad. Next up is enable manual registration. So this comes in when you are selling products via, let's say, Zaxa or ClickBank or JVZoo. I would always recommend to have this set as no, because when the setting is enabled, new members who purchase the product via, let's say, ClickBank or JVZoo or Zaxa first go to the registration page, which is not something you want. When someone buys, ideally you want to give an upsell, so you want to send them to the next sales page. But if you activate this option, they will first be sent to the registration page, meaning that your flow that you have will be broken. So make sure that wherever possible you have this set to no. Then you've got the login and logout setting. Simple enough. When this setting is enabled for the brute force notification, you will be notified when someone is trying to brute force your membership site login. So if someone has a robot that they're trying to hammer your website with, and they're trying 50 different login types just within a few minutes, we'll let you know. We'll send you an email. So just enable that as well. Good for security. And when people log out, you can either redirect them back to the login page or custom URL. Now, I think that this is a pretty cool way also to make additional money, because when people log out, instead of sending them back to the login page, you can send them to another sales page. You can say, hey, thank you so much for checking out our membership site, or thank you so much for checking out our products. Have you checked this thing out as well? Or do you know that we also do this? That way you can collect more sales in the process. Whenever someone logs out, you collect more sales. So this is an easy way for you to make more money. Then next up, when you press continue, is the email settings. Now remember, whenever someone buys something from you, or whenever someone opts in for free, you ideally want to send them a confirmation email, a welcome email of sorts that gives them the login details. So for InstaSuite, we have a built-in SMTP, which means that instead of you going out there purchasing an SMTP of your own, we let you use ours only for the membership signups. This is not available in the list builder, but within the membership builder, you are able to use the built-in SMTP. So what happens in this case is that you come in, you put in your from name, who is the one sending the email, and that again depends on per site. Then you can also put in your from email address, and please, please, please do not use addresses with Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, these kind of extensions. You don't want public domains like these. You want a domain that is your own, because quite often you'll get us into trouble if you use things like Gmail or Yahoo. So make sure you're using domains that are private to you. It's very crucial. Then this is your email signature. Wherever possible, I would recommend that within your email signature you have a link to the support desk, and you also have a link again to your money pages. So whenever someone gets an email from you, they have an opportunity to check out more products from you. As it says over there, the email signature will be appended to every transactional email being sent. The other thing you also need is your business address. So make sure you have that in place as well. It is required by the Can Spam Act rule. Then when it comes to notification email, you've got a few different emails which you can all customize. So if you're selling anything in another language, you can just go in and change the language of the email. So instead of saying welcome to InstaSuite or welcome to 21-day recurring machine, you can say hola something, whatever you want. So you can do all of that in this case. And I apologize, right now my foreign language is don't stretch too far. Then you can customize the message as well, and you have different personalization elements in here, just like a regular email address, and you can work with all these different elements as well. There you go. You can personalize emails from here as well. A lot of these things you just have to test out and see which one works for you, which one you would like to use in your emails. Then you also have the ability to have a confirmation email when someone needs to confirm their registration. You can also have forgot password email. So if someone forgets their password, how do you send them the new password? A purchase email receipt as well, which I would recommend using, especially if you're based in the EU, because I think in the EU a purchase receipt email is required. And then also cancel subscription email. So if someone cancels a subscription or if they get a refund, then this email will get fired. So again, configure all of these. You don't need to do them all immediately. Don't let all of this stop you from creating some awesome products. But as soon as you get a chance, come back in here, at least configure the welcome email, and then you can do the rest later on. But if you don't get a chance, don't worry. We have pre-configured all the emails here already. That's the cool thing about InstaSuite. More or less everything that can be systemized for you has already been systemized. Then, when it comes to asking people to register on your site, which again, remember, you will need when you're doing some kind of free registration, or if you're doing paid product, but people have to register to access it. In that case, you can ask them for different details: email, their own password, first name, last name, their website, city, country, street address, zip code, and phone number. All of this is really, really crucial if you want to, for example, send them a physical product. Then you need all this information. If you want to learn more about their business, then you need their website address. So you can add all of this in, and you can collect more information from your customers at the time that they sign up. And remember, when they sign up, they will be able to enter this login page, this home page. So let's go ahead into step number 2, which is setting up products. Depending on the kind of license you have, you might have different number of products that you can set up. So you might have 20, you might have 50, or you might only have 1, depending again on which license you have. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new product. So let's add a new product that I'm planning at the moment. I'll call this one Membership Takeoff. So how to do membership sites really quickly. Then I can put in some more description here. So let me do that. There we go. Then I can choose the currency. In this case, I want to be USD for this particular product, and the sales page. The sales page right now, you can pick one from within the InstaSuite funnel builder. So I will say in this case, the sales page is, let's say, this one. Ideally, I should name them better, but I'll go for this one in this case. Then a custom thank you page URL. Now this is very, very important, because when you are building a funnel, you want the thank you page URL to be the upsell page. So the page where people go to when they buy something from you first. If you don't want to upsell them something else, that's fine. You can just have a regular thank you page, or you can do nothing and they go to the registration page. So it's all up to you how you want to configure this. Then there are a few other options for configuration. Show member progress, and let me go in here for that. So in this case, you will see that in all these courses, you see something over here: completed 0 of 1 lessons, completed 0 of 3 lessons. This is the member progress. If I go into access module, right now I'm logged in as myself, but if I'm logged in as a member, I can mark these lessons as complete. Okay, so again, I'm not able to use it properly because I'm not logged in as a member. I'm logged in as an admin. But if people check it, then they can mark it complete. So you can choose to show this or not. It's entirely up to you. We added this later on, so it's an optional feature. If you don't want to show this, you don't have to. Then the other thing is the ability to show quiz on the module pages. I'll show you later on how to create this, but this would allow you to ask your members questions after they finish a unit, or before they finish a unit, they can do a quiz and you can give them score out of that as well. And that's good for you as well, because in the back end, you know how your customers are doing. Then you've also got the ability to use a product image. So in this case, if I go further back, you'll see that our product image is right over here, the 21-day recurring machine. So you can put that in as well, if you choose to. Then you've got the option to allow upgrade. Now, this is something that perhaps only 0.1% of you will use. This is something that the developers had put in because few customers had requested that, hey, we have a membership site at $49 a month, and we want to get people to upgrade immediately to $79 a month. So they can do that here with one click, but in this case, it only works for a few people who are offering subscription-based membership. Instead of a one-time product, it only works if you have a subscription-based membership and you want people to upgrade from, let's say, 49 a month to 79 a month. For most cases, this is not useful, not even for me. If I could go back and just remove this, I would, but hey, it's there right now. The next thing that you have is the status. So when you activate the product, then you can sell it. Otherwise, it'll sit in your membership dashboard with a red box. But once you activate it, you can sell it. Then you can also have your contact support link here. So it could be either a website or it could be an email. And remember, InstaSuite has its own support desk, so you can use that in this case as well. Very easy to set it up. Let's go ahead and click on next. Now you can choose different payment options. Now let me just go into integrations very quickly and show you different payment options available to you. So if I try and add a new integration, we have PayPal, we have Stripe. You can also connect InstaSuite with ClickBank, Deal Guardian, JVZoo, Thrivecart, Zaxa, and Warrior Plus. And what you can do with all of these is you can sell your information products sitting inside of InstaSuite from one of these platforms. So I could choose to say, let's say in this case, I want to sell via JVZoo. So when I do that, I'll click on next. Then I have to select the price level. So let's say I want to call this one basic version. Actually, I'm going to call it rocket version because I think it's more fun. Then I could say this is the advanced version of membership takeoff. Then I could do a lifetime price on this, a subscription, or I could just give it away for free. But let's do a lifetime price of $197. In this case, I will choose that, okay, anyone can purchase it, or I can say some products can only be purchased by a member when they're logged in. But I want to go for public in this case. And then additional purchase requirements. This is not, again, necessary for a lot of people, which says active access subscription to plan level below this plan is required. It's only relevant when you have multiple plans and when you somehow, for some reason, want to restrict people from buying a product from you. Again, to me personally, I don't know why you would ever do that, but hey, someone requested and we complied. And when you're done with this, you put in your JVZoo product ID. So if you're using JVZoo, JVZoo gives you a product ID. You put in your product ID in there, and then when you do that, let's say if I go for this, let's say create product now. Once I do that, it will give me an IPN as well. So I can take this IPN, let's open this up, and I can put this IPN inside of JVZoo. Again, there's clear tutorials on how to do that, so don't worry if you miss out on that right now. If I don't want to do JVZoo and if I want to use PayPal directly, I can do that as well. So I'll click on update product, and then I'll go to step number 3 again. And in this case, I'm selling it directly via PayPal. So the only link I need is right this one. So if I just go, let's say here, this will take my customers, my prospects, directly to PayPal. So they can pay right through PayPal. But you are able to collect their email address within your managed members area anyway. So when they buy, you will be able to collect their details. I hope that's clear. Step number 4 here then is actions. Now this is really, really good because a lot of other membership site platforms out there, WordPress plugins, for example, struggle with letting you collect and use that email address in one way or the other. But what you can do in this case is you can add new actions. So you can say that, okay, if someone purchases this product, then I want to add them to an email list within InstaSuite or outside of InstaSuite as well. Or you can say I want to add them to a webinar event, which is great as well. So if you want to do a webinar for training purposes like this one, you can add them there as well. You can also give people access to additional products, which is good too, because this way, if you promise some other products as a bonus, you don't need to go in there and create those products manually, create access manually. So you can choose one of these products and you can give them access to that as well. Then you can also apply and remove tags. So tags is something that is going to be super useful further down the line when you connect it with email marketing built in within InstaSuite. but this is good for you to know what kind of products different people have purchased. And you can do this more than once. So if you choose, let's say, add new customer to an email list in this case, you can then add another one. You can add a new action, and you can also add them to a webinar. This way, it allows you to move your customers into various different online assets that you have, which is, again, very, very powerful thing that you should do. Then step number 5 is the content part, and this is where all the fun happens. This is the place where you will end up spending most of your time. You will end up creating stuff, you'll end up adding videos, adding text and whatnot. So let's go ahead, and actually for this one, I want to show you one of the products that I created in past, because I think it'll look nicer when there's more content in here, right? So let's go into 21-day recurring machine, and if I jump into content, I'll show you this quickly. We have about, I think, 8 different modules here. And I'll show you how to add new modules, new lessons, and do a lot of cool things with it. So we have 8 different modules. This one, for example, is day 1 to 3, knit selection. As you can see, it has its own image. I can add module description as well if I want to. Let's go ahead and check this out as well. There we go. So it has 3 different lessons: passion into profits, know your competition, and focus versus broad. And remember, people can check each one and they can mark it complete or incomplete. Then when you go in here, as you will see on this page, we have a video, we have text, we can add images, we can do all sorts of things. And then you also have this simple navigation on the left. So if people want to jump from, let's say, day 1 to day 7, they can simply click here and jump to day 7. If they want to go to day 13, they can do that as well. Day 15, sure. Day 21, they can do that as well. So this makes it easy for your customers to navigate your membership area. But then again, they also have this option up on top if they so choose to. So if I go in here, I want to show you how easy it is to edit these. And again, don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and create a new module for you, show you that, and also create new lessons. So if I go in and edit, I want to show you what this looks like. Just like you use the funnel builder, this has a few elements on the left that you can add on this page. So we have a video element, we also have an image element, so I can drag and drop this image if I choose to, but I don't want to put this here. We also have buttons if you want to put like another buy button or something that you want to get people's attention with. So you can say, click here to book a call. You can do that as well. Let's make the button large. Let's do wider button, and let's change the colors as well. So I will go for black, something to grab attention, right? So you can do all of that easily within this setup as well. But again, I'll delete it because we don't need it at the moment. Actually, I won't. I'll save this and I'll show you what it looks like. Then you can also have different boxes. So again, depending on how you want to lay out content, you can have a box as well here. Again, similar features as you see in the funnel builder. You can also put in lines. So if you want to put line here, you can do that as well. So it could signify end of section or end of topic. And then you can also put spaces. So if you want to put space here, you can put this in and boom, you've got space. And you can expand it and collapse it as you want. Let's go ahead and let's save this here. And I also want to check out what this now looks like with the button, which I will remove as you go forward. There you go. There's the button. I can hyperlink this as I want. Very simple to do. And the cool thing is that you don't need to create this one yourself. You automatically create this based on the data that you are sending through. Okay, so you don't need to worry about creating this. When you're done, I just use backspace, but when you're done, you should of course save it. But when you want to exit, simply click on exit here, and you can exit out of this. Boom, it's done. But let's go ahead and add new modules and new lessons as well. So I'm going to click on add module. There we go. Right at the bottom, it adds a new module, but it's a bit frustrating because, hey, I want this to be new module number 8. I want to move things around, and I want this to be new module number 8. So I'm just trying to move this a little bit up north. There you go. If I want to move this a little bit more, I can do that as well. There we go. It's done. So this now becomes module 7, right? And well, I should save it. And then if I want to add new lesson into it, I can add content, and it will automatically add the new lesson. Renaming everything is simple. There we go. It's done. Now, a mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't configure this stuff. Look at what it's saying over there. This is in draft mode, which means that this is not yet published. So go ahead and publish it. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you whether or not you can see this. So let me just refresh this. So remember, there's no module number 7 here right now, but I'm going to change the mode to publish mode. Done, and let's update the product as well. And I'll go back and refresh this. So there we go. Now we have module number 7, but under module number 7 there is no unit. There's no lesson because we haven't added anything yet. So let's go into module number 7 and add a new lesson. Well, okay, the lesson exists, but again, we didn't actually publish it. So let's go ahead and publish it. I can choose to show this to public or members. I apologize. If you show it to public, then anyone who has the URL can see it. But if you show it to members, then we'll protect it for members only. And this is where it gets even more interesting. So you see, typically with membership sites, if you want to have different price points, you need to have different products altogether. With InstaSuite, you only need to set up different price points, and you can choose to show or hide different lessons underneath that. So for example, if I had another lesson, I could hide that in this case. If I had another price point, I could hide that and say only show it in this one price point, not in both of them. So that's a good thing as well, because you can configure very deeply what lessons show up for what price point. So if I refresh this now, there we go. If you go into module number 7, this is lesson number 1. Remember, lesson number 1 is empty, so there's nothing in there right now. But it's easy for me to configure all of this. Having said that, let me go ahead and delete that because I don't want to leave that in there, because this is a paid product that people are going to right now as we speak. So let's delete that. Done. This is how easy, how quick, how fast it is to create your own membership site with an InstaSuite. You don't need to know more than that when it comes to putting in your content in one place. And it's very easy to do, very fast to do as well. Step number 3 is choosing a theme. Again, we put it at the end because theme is not something you should worry too much about when you're setting things up. Just pick one of them, activate it, and you can configure it. You can change the colors and do a lot of different things as well. I'm kind of wary of doing that right now because I'll change all the settings that we have at the moment. So let me jump into another site and I will show you different themes and what they look like. So let's go to Membership Builder. All right, I'm just waiting for it to finish loading. There we go. Choose the theme. Okay, this is our default theme right now. I can activate this one. And let me visit membership as well. The colors will be different now. Everything will be different. This is purple. Even the layout is different, right? If I choose to, I can customize this further as well. So if I click on customize, it takes me to a very similar layout as this, but now I've got these extra 2 buttons on the right and I can customize it. So I can change, for example, I can change the background color. I can change the header. I can change the footer as well. Footer colors in this case. The text, remember, comes from the setup scene. And I can change the button colors as well. So all this makes it easy for you to essentially create your pages. Remember, this is the dashboard page where people first land. If I want to, I can add a welcome video here as well. So if I choose to, I can add a welcome video right over here. Now, personally, I don't fiddle with it too much because I think if I change too many things, it makes it a little bit complicated. My recommendation is don't make it complicated. Keep it as simple as possible when you're first trying to sell something. When you have a lot of time on your hands and you're getting bored, sure, you can go in and do all kinds of customizations. And again, like you saw with the content page, either save or exit. In this case, we'll exit out because we don't need that. Okay, then let's get back to our main site. Okay, it's stopping me from using my main site. Let me just resize this for a second. Okay, there we go. Cool. Now let's go back into Membership Builder. The next thing I want to show you is manage members. So this is a bit of personal content, so please don't go ahead and share this with anyone. Now, in this case, you see a list of all the people that have purchased one or multiple products from you. If I go into this one, for example, I can see when he joined. and whatever is his email address or other details if I've collected it. What product does he have access to? Is it active? Is it inactive? Is it a recurring product? And what transactions does he have, if any? So this is something I gave away for free. So it's $0. That's what it shows for him. If I go into another member, if I go into manage members, there might be other members that have more than one product. I'm not sure if this is the one, but let's see. Nope, only one product. So he purchased 21-day recurring machine. So some members might have multiple products. Now, if I want to give, forgot his name, if I want to give him access to another product, I can simply click on add new. I can choose what product I wish to give him access to. So it could be, for example, product creation blueprint, and I could say active and send notification. This will automatically send them an email saying, Roger or Robert, you have been given access to product creation blueprint. Click here to check it out. Then they can log in and check it out. So I can create access, and bam, they automatically get that email. I'll leave this with them as a gift. So this way I'm able to essentially create access for people as well very quickly. If I want to then export all these members, I can click here and I can download a CSV file as well. So if I want to import them in a different autoresponder, for example, or if I want to, for whatever reason, move them to a different membership site, I can do that as well, just by downloading that list. I can also import those members. So I can click here and it will allow me to import a CSV. With this CSV, as soon as I add them in, I can also choose to send them a welcome email. So I can say, okay, add, let's say, all these people, all these 526 people to membership takeoff to this version. And I can say, let's send them a welcome email as well. And within minutes, depending again on how big the list is, our system will automatically send out emails to these people so they can access the product as well. So you can export members, you can import members too. So for example, if you have a different kind of membership site that you're using and you want to migrate to InstaSuite membership platform, you can simply export your list from there, create your product in here, and automatically add all those people to that product. We've had a few people who have actually moved away from their WordPress-based membership sites or even other paid membership sites over to InstaSuite, and this is exactly what they have done. And if you want to review how things are going with import, you can click on Import Monitor and you can check it out. Obviously, if you're importing, let's say, 10,000 members and you want to send an email to all of them, it might take us a little while to send them out a confirmation email. But don't worry, we will take care of it. Then, the other thing you need to know is member tags. In this case, you can create new tags for different products. So I can go and add new, and I could say, okay, this is, let's say, hashtag, or not even hashtag, you don't need to put anything in here. I can say takeoff. So this is for membership takeoff. Create member tag. Again, this is something that was originally added because our developers thought it was a great idea. I'm still trying to find some great uses for it. What I think will be the best use, though, in future is to be able to mail people, for example, who have bought one product but not the other, or who have bought 2 or more products by using these tags further down the line using the list builder. But that's still much further down the line. For now, you can add tags to your members as well if you choose to. Remember, the tag part came up in this step when we were trying to add people to, when we were trying to do actions with them. So if I go to actions, there you can basically give people tags, or you can remove tags as well. That's up to you. All right, so let's update the product. Okay, then we're done. Then we have an option for coupons and discounts. Right now, this only works with Stripe for the simple reason that PayPal doesn't have an interface where you can offer a coupon, and we haven't built a centralized interface where someone can first go to and then use a coupon. In future, you'll be able to, because we are revamping a lot of things that you are seeing at the moment. So I have to say, in 3 months, things are going to change all over again, but don't worry, we'll do another training when that happens. But this allows you to create coupons that can be used with Stripe payments. So you can create percentage coupons, you can create dollar value coupons as well. Let me show you this. So you can either give a percentage discount or a fixed price discount as well. Very simple. You can decide how many times a coupon should be used. You can give a start date, an end date, and bam, you're done. So again, creating a membership site is really quick. It's really easy. It helps if you have all your content laid out. It helps if you know how you're going to structure everything, what kind of modules you're going to create. I can tell you, and this should be again a different training, but I can tell you I use mind maps to help me simplify all that information. So that's something you can use as well. But if you're more low tech, if you don't want to use a mind map, just use pen and paper, write down how you're going to lay out things on your membership site. And once you create one, trust me, it gets addictive. Once you sell one and you see how much money he's bringing in, you see how much you're helping other people, trust me, you'll want to do more and more of these. So go ahead and start creating your membership sites with InstaSuite. If you have any questions, we're just an email away. So let us know and we can help you out. With that being said, I'll open up the floor for questions. So if you have any, please let me know. Myself, Stephen, or Alvin are going to jump in and answer those questions. And if you missed something that you wanted to see, let me know and I'll be happy to show you that as well. But as always, we cover a lot of different trainings inside of Facebook groups. We send them via emails as well. So make sure that you're involved in those places as well. Lenny's asking, will there be a replay? Yes, as soon as the replay for this is configured, I'll get this up on YouTube and I'll send out an email tomorrow, most likely, but I'll upload the replay inside the Facebook group today. Can you create different memberships on the same domain? Yes, you can, Les. So if I jump on into set of products, with the main version, you have the ability to create 20 different products. With the Pro version, 50 different products within one membership site. So yes, you can have as many as that allows. We have, I think in this case, I have about 11 of those. Some of them are defunct, but most of them are active. Well, this says inactive, but all the content's in there. We just haven't started selling them yet. All right. Sam says, great work, clear, concise, and very, very useful. Thank you, Sam. I'll try and do more of these every week or every 2 weeks because I think it helps to get people refreshed with different things as well. So to clarify right now, I can only offer coupons if I'm using Stripe. Richard, that is correct. Is there any workaround if I'm using PayPal and I want to let a specific person buy for a discounted price? Richard, the only thing I can recommend in that case is creating a new price point. Unfortunately, there's no other way to give them a discount any other way. I think someone did sell via PayPal. They just created a different product. Well, same product, sorry, a different price point, just at 20% off. Okay. Ruben, 20 products for each domain, right? Ruben, yep, that is correct. Maybe a naive question, but how do we add SSL to InstaSuite? Hey, don't worry, it is not a naive question. Don't worry about that at all. Now, I can tell you, and I'll ask Stephen to jump in a minute, but I can tell you that all InstaSuite subdomains created have an SSL already here, all of them. So you don't need to worry about adding your own SSL. However, if you are doing custom domain forwarding, so if you want this to show on, let's say, abcnews.com, then yes, you do need an SSL certificate there. And having an SSL certificate there is as simple as having an SSL certificate on any other website. Stephen, perhaps if I can ask you to jump in with a little bit of technical jargon.
Well, I think you explained it quite well. One you can use, for example, is what's the name again? Cloudflare, and yeah, you can even get it for free. So you just have to configure the domain as a CNAME basically to your personal subdomain, and then everything will be set up quite clear. I think there's videos for this, right, Neil?
Sorry, there's what for this?
Videos. I think I've seen videos in the yes. Facebook group on how to set this up. So
and
I think the best
Alvin
it will
did
be
a tutorial as well.
Okay, yeah. So Sam, just the best will be to watch those. They're quite step by step, and that's easier as to me just trying to explain it to you in words.
Yeah. Okay, and Alvin, if you get a chance, it would be great if you can also, if you're still around, if you can link to the PDF that you had created. That'd be awesome. I think the PDF might need some update on the IP address though. Check that out as well, because I think the custom domain forwarding PDF has a new IP address in the membership site, in InstaSuite itself. Now, Camille's asking, how many emails can we send? So Camille, when we give you our own SMTPUs, number one, it's only for the membership site, right? It's not for the list builder because those are marketing emails. These are transactional emails. So in this case, we haven't really put any limit. I mean, if you're going to have 1,000 customers in your membership site, then I'm going to assume you're going to send at least 1,000 emails. If they forget their password, maybe 100 more, you know, stuff like this. So we don't put any restrictions because these are transactional emails. You know, you can't really use them for marketing purposes aggressively. You can't use this as an autoresponder, as a broadcaster, but this is only when someone signs up. Okay. Is there a way to change the name of our site? Michelle, so if I go up here, let me just minimize this one. So if I go up here, I can go into edit site for KV Social, and I can edit the site name, but the site URL will not change. Once you configure this, it is configured for life unless you kill this one. So you can change the name. So right now people will see, maybe if I scroll up here, maybe KV Social somewhere, but I can change this to be something else altogether if I so choose. Okay.
Ralph
Yeah,
is
sure.
asking just kind of a follow-up question on the custom domain thing. So he says he has a Wix website or a WordPress website. Can I link my membership site there? There's two situations in that, Rolf. So if you want to have it as a subdirectory, so like www.yoursite.com/membership, no, not possible, sorry. The other alternative way, though, which is possible, is membership.yoursite.com. So you make a subdomain, and that subdomain will be pointed to the subdomain of your InstaSuite account.
Yeah, thanks for that, Stephen, and excellent, Ralph, as well. Now, I'm just curious here, is there anyone on this call today who has a membership site on a different platform and wants to move it to InstaSuite? Give me a yes or one if you're one of those people. If you have a membership site, say, in an old WordPress website or another platform which is perhaps too expensive or not supported anymore, and you want to move it to InstaSuite. Les says yes. Okay. Les, I'm not going to call out the name, but may I ask you, what platform do you want to move from? Just because I'm curious, really, where are people coming in from to get into InstaSuite? Okay. Another person says yes as well. I think Roger says yes. Okay. Yeah. If you get stuck at that, if you need any help at all, please let me know. Okay. If you're trying to bring in all your content into InstaSuite, and if you get stuck in anything, let us know, because we do have a few people that are bringing in 10 different products that they have. I mean, we ourselves had 6 different products which we were selling using DAP, Digital Access Pass, and we basically stopped doing that from there. And now we are, as you saw earlier, if I go into Membership Builder, we have these inactive products here that we are going to sell as well or give away in future. So that's something you can do as well if you choose to. But let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If not, we can end the call early. As I mentioned, this was a straight up tutorial, straight up walkthrough, and I want to make sure that I answer any of those questions that come up. Any progress on the Facebook image for sharing purposes? Sam, that was actually done, I think, 2 or 4 weeks ago. I can't remember, but someone even raised that today inside of Facebook, and I think we answered that. Let me just give me a second, and I'll find that post for you. Just a minute. So I think, Sam, you are in the group as well, so you can check it out. Okay, there we go. Found it. Oh, that came up yesterday. So there you go. You can check it out. It's already usable. All right. Yes, Ben says you have to go to Facebook debugger tool to scrape. Ben, I appreciate that, and I think, Ben, we owe each other a call as well. So yes, I think if you go to the Facebook debugger tool to rescrape, that'll work out as well. I think you can find more information about that in that thread. Ben already mentioned a link to the Facebook debugger tool as well. Cool, excellent. I don't see any more other questions coming in. If anything, you can ask us more questions in the Facebook group, and I'll be more than happy to do that. I think next week I would like to do a similar call with the funnel builder, because we've done a lot of cool things there as well, and I want to share those with you. But thank you so much for being here. Stephen and Alvin, thanks so much for being on the call as well with us today. Any last words before we end the call? Please go ahead.
Well, just keep building, guys. That's the magic of doing online business. Is keep building, keep working at it. And if you run into any issues, any problems, we'll either Neil or me or Alvin will definitely be in the group helping you guys out.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Then have a good rest of the day, and we'll talk soon.
All right, bye guys.